Good morning, Glenwood family. This is Principal Campshore with our Monday morning assembly. We are heading into one of my favorite times of the year, the holiday season. The air is getting crisp on certain days when it's not hot, and we begin to focus on what we are grateful for, some of the important things in our lives. I want you to know that all of us at Glenwood are especially thankful for you, our students, because you give us purpose and inspiration. There is no school next week as we enter our Thanksgiving break, and we wish you a restful and wonderful holiday. Now it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. You know what to do.
Put your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Now we will sing the Star-Spangled Banner.
What so proudly we hailed, let the twilight's last gleam ring, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we marched, where so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, through the night, let our flag was to
Okay, so our weekly announcements are the parent conferences are continuing this week. I hope, students, that you are talking to your parents after the parent conferences to learn what your teachers are saying, and if you can, maybe even join them. Remember, Wednesday is College Day, Friday is School Spirit Day, and next week we have our Thanksgiving break. Please remember to take the school experience as well. So our pillar of character for this week is caring. Let's take a look at a short video to see what caring is all about, according to some other students.
Be kind, be sharing, take care of your pets, and be kind to your friends when they're sad. Maybe cheer them up. To stand up for people if they're getting bullied. To help others and always be kind to everyone. Help others and be polite. It's important to show people that we care because then they know that you're a good friend and that you're a good person. So that way we get many, many friends.
You show someone that you care for them, maybe by saying a compliment or ask them how their day was, or maybe just asking them if you want to sit by them at lunch.
By maybe leaving them a note every morning, or maybe doing something that somebody usually doesn't do to make you happy. And I give somebody a hug.
Number one way I
show my students that I care about them is greeting them every morning before they walk in my classroom with a hug, a high five, how you doing? Tell me something awesome that happened with you last night. I'm always listening.
Really being present, giving them praise for all the things that they're doing and showing them that learning is important in all aspects of life.
More and more people to show kindness to everyone else, so then everyone starts to show kindness.
If we get to know each other better.
Getting to know each other better. It's interesting because when we do that, we understand what someone else is going through, don't we? So, just to recap a little bit about what we learned in the video, caring means to be kind and compassionate. Really think of the other person. It's very much like kindness, but we are showing that we care for someone. It really kind of hits us in the heart level. Showing empathy, gratitude, forgiving others, and showing mercy, helping other people in need, and being charitable and altruistic. Now we're going to read a story about caring. This is one of my favorite stories, and one that I used to read to my students all the time when I taught second grade. It was part of our curriculum. Corduroy.
Corduroy by Don Freeman. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then, one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said. "Look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight, I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator and up he went. Could this be a mountain? He wondered. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once, he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night, I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the saleslady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her own room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know, I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. That was Corduroy by Don Freeman.
I hope you enjoyed that story, because the thing that I liked
Corduroy
about it
by Don
was that Lisa liked Corduroy no matter what. She liked him just the way he was. Think about some of the ways that Lisa showed kindness in her caring to Corduroy. Or think about ways that you can show caring to other people. So here's our quote of the week. Caring people help others not because they expect a reward, but because it is natural to show kindness. Now it's time for our mindful breathing. Remember to breathe in when the fish goes up and out when the fish goes down. Okay, so now that we've done our mindful breathing, I hope we're ready to focus for today's learning. I know I'm ready to focus on my work too. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.